First of all, he belongs to a group that went to Luwero to fight. That group was courageous. I salute their courage, all of them. Because there are many people who want to change the government, but they will never sacrifice their lives. So in that regard, is one of those courageous Ugandans who picked arms to go and fight the government. The only problem is that collectively, they all have gone against the ideals that made them go to Luwero. And I think Tumwine symbolized that throughout his life. Very arrogant, someone who always wanted to elevate himself above everybody, someone who thought that by carrying a gun and fighting a war, you now own the country and therefore you must conduct yourself the way you like. But he also had personal problems even within the institution that he served. And that's how he was dropped as Army Commander, I think in 1988. And the reason he was dropped was because of how he conducted himself. I remember the person who raised those matters was Lieutenant Colonel Izaruk during a meeting of Army Council in Entebbe. And he gave a litany of examples, including how he demanded that for every cow slaughtered during the war, he must be the one given the tender meat. In Uganda, we call it Namulanda. So Namulanda was meant for Tumwine, who was above everybody. So that's how he conducted himself. I'm not surprised that at the end of his career, the UPDF did not vote him to represent them in Parliament. And that's the legacy that he leaves. Someone who went quarreling for being dropped as a minister, but someone who also was a blind follower of Mr. Museveni. I don't think Tumwine had the courage to change a comma where Museveni had put in. So that's the life he lived. And it must be a lesson to those who are serving Museveni. Whether you are a blind royalist like Tumwine or you oppose him like the Tinyefuza as he did, the destiny is going to be the same. So they all should put Uganda above their interests. Tumwine was the chairman of the General Court Martial, appointed, and I think the only activity he carried out was to try Dr. Kiza Besigye. And you can imagine, Besigye was a prisoner, but Tumwine was also jealous of Besigye because he was attracting a lot of media publicity. And that's how one day he nearly knocked us in Makindye General Court Martial. He was competing with a prisoner for attention, and that is Tumwine for you. I remember writing about him, I was still in the media. So he's someone who always wanted space, limited, no expression. He was a more military person than a leader. You remember his statements when people were being killed, and he said, we are going to kill your children. So he sounded merciless, and he behaved as though he had a contract with the Almighty to live forever. Now those that he was threatening to shoot are still living, and he has gone. And that's why we need to learn from him, to stop being arrogant, and those who are in government to stop treating Uganda like their estate. The Almighty will correct one by one, and they all go. N'olwekyo mbawe ekitiibwa abantu abo abakola bitasobola kola ebyembi nga bakatuuka wano n'okutuuka olwaleero bye baatugamba nti bagenda kubirwanirira byonna byonna babimenye. Museveni kati agenda kuweza myaka 4 mu buyinza. Tumwine naye yali wano nga akiikirira amagye. Bonna buli nsonga gye bagamba obubbi, corruption, okutta abantu, byonna byabatwala mu nsiko babimenyeewo. Ate ng'omu ku banyumirwa bimenyewewo abadde Tumwine abadde yeesinza Museveni mpaka nga bamugobye, nga Museveni waateeka komewa nti tasobola kugijjawo, nga musajja mwewulize alowooza nti ensi ndowooza bajja gikungula. Mumujjukira wano nga basa abantu naga nti tujja kutta abaana bammwe mukole kye mwagala. Ate nga wabujja bamuwa okulira kooti y'amagye okuvunaana Dr. Kiza Besigye. Naye nga olw'okuba Dr. Kiza Besigye abantu bangi bajja omulaba n'abamawulire nga kimuluma okubeera nga Besigye amubyeko sho. Abadde musajja ayagala nnyo okubba sho. Yejje Makindi awo yali atutomedde ng'ayagala buli omu n'atusikatali nga bagweri ne bagweri balabe gamba nga bateeka omuli organize nga Tumwine atuuse. N'avuma abaddona bonna abali mu kooti n'abagobamu n'aga asobola n'obbasiba. so abadde musajja wakweraata nnyo wakweraga n'abasirikale banne bangi nga tebamwagala kyova ne bwe yeetwadde mu kalulu akasembyeyo baaga nnyo mulonda y'omu ku baasemba nga yeesimbyewo okukiikirira amagi kati abakyaliwo bamuyigireko nti ensi tekungulwa oba oli Museveni oba oli ani buli omu ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ogende byoleka okoze ebirungi bye bigenda okujjukirwako kati olwaleero Tumwine yali agamba tugenda kutta abantu ng'akuumwa mundu Gen w'amagye ne bw'omuleka ebweru kapa zimulya takyayetigolesobola yadde oggolola omukono ate bonna bwe bagenda okubeera bayise bulungi abantu bajjukireko kweyisa kwabwe kulungi wabula si kubaboggolera.